Well, we're here in Cincinnati at the Arthrofibrosis Center, and we're going to talk to Emily
Yes.
for a few minutes. Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
And you live all the way in Minnesota,
That's right.
and you came down to see us a year now
Yep.
after you were a patient here. And you stayed with us for like 6 or 7 weeks.
Yep. 6 weeks.
How
Moved
was it
here.
to be in Cincinnati for 6 weeks?
It was great. It was summer. It was beautiful.
And she's got a great attitude. And how many children do you have?
I have 4 kids, 12 and under,
Right.
that are
So
very active family.
I can imagine staying here
Mm-hmm.
with 4 children at home.
Yeah.
And that's a big commitment because
Yes.
you got into trouble with the knee.
Yes.
So if we get to the knee, you had an ACL injury.
Yep. I tore my ACL in October of 2023 and my meniscus.
Yes. And so when you came to us, you were about, what, 8 months or so?
Yep. I was 8 months post-op from my first surgery. I also had a removal of scar tissue and manipulation.
And that didn't work?
Correct.
Okay. For reasons that it just didn't work. But
Yep. Scar tissue.
yeah, but you thought when I asked you about that, let's demonstrate your knee. When you first came to us, what was your motion? Do you remember?
I was 10 to 75.
Right, so about in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so let's brag a little bit. You're almost
Yeah.
straight, not quite, and then show her how far back you can go, all the way up there. And so that you're in 3 degrees to 128
Yep.
degrees. So that is very successful. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And you worked hard,
Yes. I
very
did.
hard.
Yes.
And how was Chad and Christy to work with?
I was just going to say the PT team was great. They were just wonderful. And I think the combination of surgery and PT and the program you have here is what made the biggest difference.
Yeah. Well, we're really pleased that we could offer that to you. And
Thank you.
And so I think our message to people, when you get arthrofibrosis, it's such a significant problem, isn't it?
Yeah. It was life-changing.
It's life-changing.
Yeah. I had never thought about mobility challenges, and it really does change physically, mentally, how you operate on a day-to-day basis.
Yes, it does. I think that's the biggest problem. We see that people go into knee surgery and they're expecting everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
And then you get the arthrofibrosis, you get the scar tissue production, and it just kind of stops everything, doesn't it?
And it's super frustrating because you think you're following the formula and you're doing all the PT and you can't help what's going on inside your body. And so it's, you know, affects your way of thinking too.
Yeah, and you can get very depressed.
Yeah, absolutely.
On
Yeah. But when people ask me about my time here and making that decision, I say it was the best, hardest decision I've had to make because it's a big commitment.
Oh, yeah.
But just as much as getting arthrofibrosis was life-changing,
sure,
being on this side is life-changing as well.
It is.
Like
Well,
I can cruise around and keep up with my kids now.
Right.
Yeah.
So she has an amazing history.
Yeah.
And can I just give one little fact? What did you do in college?
I was a pole vaulter.
A pole vaulter.
Yep.
And you were pretty good at it, I'll bet.
I was okay.
Yeah. And so it really,
you.
you've got such an active young person, and then with arthrofibrosis is just, as you said, that's just life-changing.
Absolutely. I was only 36 when it happened, so it was a big deal, but coming here was the best.
Good. And I have to
say,
not everyone gets the response.
Yeah.
And I think in you, as we look back, and you said that the use of different medicines to block the scar tissue and the steroids,
absolutely,
and that third part, we call that the third part of the stool, the surgery. And you actually, you were so stuck down, I had to open you. I couldn't do it arthroscopically.
Right.
So you went through the open release, which even made it more difficult. Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You worked hard, and I guess the message is there's life at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep the hope.
And keep the hope. Great. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Emily.
you.
Thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
All the way down. I might ask, how did you get to us? Who recommended us?
I did my own research and found that Facebook group and reached out to a few people. And
well, thank you to the Facebook group. We've got a good contingent.
Yeah, you got to advocate for yourself, right?
Thank you, Emily.
Yes,
you did very
thank you.
well. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Good.